Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is your pick a card for love. I apologize for the delay on this one. I was very sick and trying to recover. I'm a little bit better now. I still have a little bit of a stuffy nose, so if you hear me sniffle throughout the video, that's what's going on with me. But I have all these beautiful card stacks. I hope you took the time to really meditate on them, meditate on the thumbnail, and in the clip in the video as well. Just pick whichever you feel drawn to the most. That is where your messages are. Keep in mind they are general. They're not going to apply with everyone watching. However, I do hope that you happen to find some beautiful and helpful messages here. So I have your 3 card stacks. I'm going to put 2 and 3 off to the side just to make room on the table. Get those later, but let's start with stack number 1. Let's see what we have for this month. Although these energies are timeless, you can watch whenever you feel led to. The universe nudges you to watch. That's when the appropriate time is. So let's see what we have. I'm going to save this one for last. Put that over here. What do we have? All right, so this looks like the Lovers card. This is a Lovers. It says, allow love to grow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotionally fulfilling experience for such a long time, and now the time has come. Make your choices by listening to your heart and then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. This is beautiful, already good, a good start. So you have the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, you could be Gemini, you could obviously have that somewhere in your chart. And not to forget, we are in Gemini season, so it does make sense why this is here. But right away with the Lovers card, the Lovers does speak of some kind of soul connection. I also see it sometimes as harmony, right? 2 forces coming together to create something. In addition to that, sometimes it does speak of decision making. So there is a possibility that you might have something to decide. I'm picking up the vibe that you might have to, I guess, balance or harmonize something within yourself in order to make a decision. So if you're polarized, and I don't know why I'm hearing that word, but if you're polarized in any way, all right, divine masculine, divine feminine within yourself. I mean, there's always those two either complementing or opposing forces, but a lot of times you got to find the middle ground in between those things, whether that be in yourself or with someone else. But I think that this is saying there might be a decision or some kind of balance that needs to be found between you and another or within yourself. And as a result of balancing those things out, you will be able to grow and bloom and blossom and emotionally connect. I'm hearing be emotionally available, right? With the other person, or just be able to tap into that on your own in order to help decide where it is you want to go. So a lot of times if we're having conflicting emotions, we can struggle to make a decision. So that's what I mean by that. So it says, make your choices by listening to your heart. Exactly. Balancing out your emotions, coming to terms with the opposing forces within yourself. And I apologize if you hear noise. There's a big truck in the background. Don't get a lot of traffic where I live, but on occasion you will hear 1 car or 2 come through. So anyway, this is what I'm getting from this. So it might be a decision, something you need to balance within yourself or with another person in order to find that harmony, right? So it says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual expectations or type, right? Keep an open mind. That's beautiful. Sometimes we have like a checklist, right? And this is what I get from this card whenever it comes up. It's like sometimes we have a checklist of what we want in a mate or what we want out of a situation. And sometimes we have to allow the universe a bit. Like we got to give it room sometimes to work on our behalf, and it's not always going to be delivered exactly as you imagine it. All right. So that could be love. That could be anything that's on your heart. Consider that the universe doesn't always give us what we want, but it will deliver what we need. Okay. And that line right there, that quote came from one of my spirit guides. I heard that loud and clear when I was going through something. And this card reminds me of that, right? The universe is not going to give you, it's not what you wanted, but it's definitely what you needed. Okay, that's what I heard. And I've kept that in mind in my own journey. So I think that that's what this is saying. This is saying, you know, things happen for a reason. Things may not always go as planned. Relationships might not always, you know, evolve or turn out to be exactly the way you want them to be. If there's a certain person on your heart or your mind, or you're looking to attract love, keep an open mind. Okay, whatever's on your heart, keep an open mind, because the universe will deliver it, but it's not always going to deliver it the way you want it to be delivered. So you got to give it a little bit of room for that to develop and grow. Give it a little bit of wiggle room, right? So I think when you keep an open mind and you release expectations, you give space for a flow, right? For a certain type of flow. So I don't know why I'm getting the vibe that, you know, there could be somebody coming into your life, right? There could be somebody coming into your life. There could be something that you emotionally are working on within yourself, or trying to harmonize within yourself in regards to a situation. But with the Lovers, and this card basically saying your soulmate may differ from what you expect, I'm thinking that there could be, for some of you out there who are single, or who had just maybe overcome previous relationships and now find yourself on the dating market again. I'm honestly, just from these two cards, getting the vibe that someone could be floating into your life, and they could be perfect for you, right? They could be a beautiful match, right? A beautiful match, but they might not be exactly what was on your perfect mate checklist, right? And I'm not saying for you to, how would you say, lower your standards or anything like that, right? But I want to say maybe get rid of the superficiality of some of those things and look past, okay? So they might not be 6 feet tall, right? They might not have dark hair or blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have a certain type. You might have a certain type, and this could be for, you know, ladies, gentlemen, whatever. You might have a certain type in regards to what you see in your perfect mate. But I think this is saying, let go of that a little bit. Loosen the strings a bit in order for the universe to have some room to work as far as what it's going to deliver or who it's going to deliver to you. Okay? So you might, honestly, what I'm getting from this, you might have been waiting for a long time. Like, you're waiting for a mate. Some of you are trying to attract this kind of energy of the Lovers, right? You're trying to attract, and I feel like this card is saying, it's not telling you to wait. I feel like what it's saying is you've been waiting, all right? You've been waiting for this thing to develop. You've been waiting for this person to come and float into your life. Like, where is he? Where is she? Where is this love that I'm trying to manifest, right? That's what I'm getting from this. And it's like, I don't know why I'm getting the vibe of, like, this angel is saying, trust me. Like, look at the way this angel's pointing to, you know, their chest. Like, trust me, I got this. You see my little swords pointing to the heavens, to the cosmos. I got help from a higher power. Why don't you just trust me? Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, don't you trust me? I think that's what the universe is trying to say. Again, I got the sensation from the other cards, like, it's like, give it room to work, right? Give it time to work. And yeah, it might be a little bit of a wait. It might be, you know, a little bit longer than what you expect. But again, I'll use the phrase that you hear me often say, you don't want an undercooked meal, right? So things take time. Good things come to those who wait. It is cliche, I know, but if you don't want to push, right? You want it to be delivered at the right time. That could go for love. That could go for anything that's on your heart. I'll give an example. I told my nephew this last week. I said, look, your timeline isn't going to be everybody else's timeline, right? You can't follow the timeline of what society says you should be doing by a certain time, by a certain age, right? Because that's not going to work for everybody. So the same thing applies for this. Like, your timeline isn't going to line up with what everybody expects you to be doing by a certain day and age, right? So it's almost like, trust that what is coming, okay, when it comes, will be delivered at the perfect time. A lot of people have these social expectations of, oh, you're 30 something, you should be married, you should, and forgive the dogs in the back, you should be married and have kids by a certain time. Why aren't you a homeowner by now? You should be doing this, that, and the other by now. That's not going to work for everybody. So it's like, once we release the social pressures, or the pressures that we feel to accomplish certain goals by a certain time or a certain age, we feel a little bit more free, okay? Because your timeline isn't going to be the same as someone else's. And the minute you realize that, you don't care what anybody thinks about what you should be doing right now at your age, or whatever the case may be, right? So I see it like, don't stress when this person is coming, because there's a reason why they probably haven't walked into your life as of yet. Or there's a reason why this certain thing has not developed or come to fruition as far as what's on your heart as of yet, right? And you have the Strength card here. So not only could you be dealing with a Gemini, possibly with that Lover's card, but this is another major arcana. So this is the Strength card, which oftentimes, speaks of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, so any kind of fire sign energy. And it's like, I don't know why I'm getting the sense just from this card. There, again, I'm going to go back to the Lovers, okay, because there's these opposing or complementing energies between this card, and it's the same thing here in this one, because you have the Moon and the Sun and the Moon. So again, it's this need to find an equilibrium. I don't know why that's what I'm feeling the most from these cards, but a need to find an equilibrium within yourself. It's almost like, once you're balanced within yourself, man, you're in such a receptive state to receive the very thing you're trying to attract, right? Whether it be love or something that's on your heart. So yeah, I look at her like she's this total badass, right? The Strength card is that, like, it does speak of patience to me. Having the inner strength to calm your own fears, to persevere, but in a way that is so subtle, in a way that's not forced. It's like, it's almost like I'm going to tame my inner beast, right? Because we all have one. And again, the polarizing aspects within ourselves. I'm going to calm myself. I'm going to calm my own, fears. I'm going to conquer my own fears. I'm going to have courage, right? In order to just relax within myself. And then once I'm chilled, once I'm cool, once I can accept like where I'm at right now, my timeline, right? Then, I release it, I surrender, and I let it go. Like, honestly, that's what I'm getting from these cards. Do you see how there's this dragon, right? And she's got everything under control. It's this calm inner strength, right? So it's like, once you get to that place, then you can conquer anything, right? You can achieve anything. You open yourself and you allow your heart to receive. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this Strength card. These cards, they read a little bit more intuitively based on like the artwork to me. So again, I'm looking at her eye patch and I'm saying, yeah, you can't see what's coming, right? You can't see what's on the way or who's on the way, but the universe is saying, just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not coming. Just because you have a certain vision for yourself as far as what you want, doesn't mean that the universe isn't going to deliver it. There might be a twist though. Okay, there might be a twist. So I want to say, expect the unexpected. That's what I'm getting from those cards there. Expect the unexpected. Give it some time. Find patience. Again, waiting, right? If you can allow yourself room to receive, it will come in due time. It might, I feel like you've been waiting, sure, but good things do come to those who wait. And I'm sorry for like the cliche aspects of it, but that's what I'm getting from this. And it's like conquering yourself in a way. I think you're doing that, or you're working on that. And then once you do that, you really do open up yourself to receive. Her heart is ready to receive. If you could see it, her heart is ready to receive. Okay, it's open, it's glowing, it's balanced. All right, and you do have the Five of Wands. Again, conflict. Could be inner conflict or external conflict. I feel like you're conquering this. That's why the Strength card is here. You're conquering it. That's why the Strength card is here. You might have had some challenges or changes, because fives are about changes. Sometimes can speak of challenges. But I feel like you've, you know, the Six and the Lovers and the Strength are giving me alchemy vibes, right? Like you have to like balance this stuff within yourself, heal these things within yourself. And then your heart begins to expand. It grows. I'm hearing heart chakra has been opened. And it's from these conflicts. A lot of times the Five of Wands could be like disturbances, petty arguments between you and another. Again, I can go back to the Six and the Lovers and say, hey, you know, you might have had some conflicts with this person or a certain someone. But I feel like you're healing that. This vibe, or this reading, as far as stack number one, the vibe I'm getting from this the most is that you're healing yourself. You're working on yourself in order to put yourself in a receptive state to receive the love you're trying to attract. Okay. And I feel like the challenges and the conflicts within yourself, I think you're overcoming them. Okay. I really think you're overcoming them. Like I said, you tamed your inner beast here with this dragon. You've alchemized that energy. And the Eight of Wands, again, more fire sign energy. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, again, with the Strength and the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is all about communication, like movement, high speed energy and movement, things moving fast. Again, I'll go back to the Strength card. You alchemizing that stuff within yourself, all the conflicting energy you might have felt within yourself. The minute you heal that, the minute you open up your heart and you become more receptive for the way the universe wants to work in your life, as far as bringing you someone special in the Lovers card, right? Bringing you that soulmate. The more that you work on that and the more you heal that, the quicker it'll come to you. So again, I look at the Eight of Wands like this passionate energy, Cupid arrows flying through the air. You know, this is going to come when you least expect it. Again, I'll go back to this, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. You're darn right. It's almost like, and it'll come when you least expect it too, right? It's a matter of patience, but trusting at the same time. So you have this Eight of Wands, which wants to deliver, right, these Cupid arrows. Expect to get shot when you least expect it. Like, expect for Cupid arrows to fly and, you know, get you in the behind when you least expect it. And it might come as a result of traveling, because the Eight of Wands does speak of travel. It may come as a result of like social media, texting, you know, texting on these apps or dating apps or whatever it is, because a lot of times this does speak of some form of communication. So you can expect it to come. When it comes, you can expect it to happen quickly and move fast. There's a lot of passionate energy in the Eight of Wands as well. So, okay, so these little cards are new, and this is very on point, this mirror energy, because we have the Lovers here, right? I said this alchemizing. So it says mirroring each other, self-image, relationships, reflect on your wounds, Introspection. Again, I'll go back to the Strength card because that's what it is. Healing, right? Healing the self. I could see this also as self-reflection. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get in on here. Self-reflection. Reflecting on your own wounds. Introspection. I'm getting that. I was already getting that from the Strength and the Lovers. Right? So yeah, I get the vibe of the needing to heal all this so that way you can move on and move forward. And then this one says options, many options, decision, unconventional or unconventionality, string along, one night stand. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to go back to the Lovers because the Lover sometimes is about decision making, a choice to make, a choice to be had, right? Again, the Eight of, this is so crazy because the Eight of Wands can speak of like passionate, I said passionate energy, quick moving. So if you meet somebody, be careful. I want to say be careful. It's not just a one night stand. And as you open up your heart to receive love and be receptive, right? I said things could start moving quickly for you as far as, you know, meeting people or Cupid arrows flying, right? So I want to say you might have a lot of options on the table. You might have a lot of options on the table when you finally place yourself in a receptive state, right? You may have some decisions to make. You may have options. Again, the unconventionality of this card goes back to the idea that the person that might be coming into your life may be different than when you expect. So this person may be a little unconventional, right? It might be different than what you had expected. And I want to say with the Eight of Wands energy, be careful of one night stand. One night stand. Again, here is, I'll go back to this mirror energy and the Strength and the Lovers, all this need to harmonize and the conflict, right? Conflict within oneself. All this need to alchemize and heal this right here, okay? So I don't know if you've been upset or sad or disappointed in a situation with someone in the past and you're healing from this and you're trying to recover and put yourself in a good place so you can start to manifest real love. But I feel like the Strength, the inner strength, your inner courage, your inner warrior has done that or is on the way to do that. And it's this is what you're getting rid of. This is what you're doing away with. This sadness, this feeling of being lost, right? And not having a sense of direction. I feel like that's what you're getting rid of. You're doing away with that. You're finding a balanced, harmonious approach to life and the way you look at things, again, with the mirror, right? You've done a lot of introspection, self-reflection. Maybe the other person that you were with at one time, if it was, you know, this is you post-breakup, let's say. Maybe you and that other person were those opposing yet complementing forces with each other and did a lot of mirroring of each other. But at the same time, were able, as a result of that mirroring, okay, you were able to heal yourself. So I know I don't like see a breakup card. I mean, I see a dispute, challenge, conflict card here with the Five of Wands. However, I really could see in this reading that there is a possibility that your past relationship forced you to self-reflect, forced you to heal, forced you to evolve and grow and learn. Okay? Heal those old wounds. Alchemize them. But you're better for it. And now that you've learned and you've grown and you've done all that introspection, you're really making yourself available to receive the true and real deal. Okay? Now this Dragon card, this does speak of, like I said, your inner badass, right? Your inner warrior courage, all right? It is reflective of the Strength energy here. So it is courage, it is strength, all right? It is personal power. It is definitely personal power. So you are in your element as a result of healing all these old wounds. Like you've alchemized all this stuff and you're this totally spiritual badass. And now that you're able and open, again, the heart chakra I was feeling from this card is like glowing now. You're in this beautiful receptive state to truly receive the love that you deserve. That other relationship, I think, if there was one in the past or recent past, that was not in vain. You had to experience that in order for you to evolve, in order for you to explode that heart chakra and have it open, fully open, and understanding of how love works, right? So I think this is wonderful. I want to say, yeah, there could be somebody new coming into your life, but keep an open mind as far as how the universe will deliver it. It will be totally unconventional, totally not what you expect, but nonetheless, all right, I think it'll be good for you, right? So let's see what our final oracle card says. And forgive me for the lighting. My light did go out. It says yeah, look at that. The past is now behind you. Release it. You've already alchemized it, right? Release it. Embrace new possibilities. I'm going to go back to this. Release new possibilities. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith. Yes, trust the way the universe is working on your behalf in order to bring you love the way that you deserve to be loved. Okay, so this is wonderful, stack one. I'm very happy for you and all the healing work that you've done for yourself. If this connects with you, please do let me know, because I love hearing from everybody. All right, so bear with me here while I clean this up and get these cards out of the way. Okay, on to stack number 2. All right. Who do we have for stack number 2, people? All right, so we have the moon. This is called Intuition and Insight, but it is the moon card in this deck. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get in on some focus here, but I'm struggling. All right, it says your intuitive abilities are very accurate right now, so you can trust your guidance to lead you in the right direction. Follow your own insights over the advice of others, and don't allow fear or worry to guide your way. It may be best to keep your secrets to yourself for now. Okay, and that's also Pisces energy. Again, so you could be Pisces, you could be dealing with Pisces energy. You could have that somewhere in your chart. So I like this card because it's saying, although things might not be like 100% clear to you right now, you can still rely on your intuition to help you navigate and guide the way, right? So I'm wondering, just with these 2 cards, if some of you are questioning whether there's a certain person in your life that may be a soulmate or not, right? So I want to say to you, what is your intuition saying? What is your intuition saying about this person? Does your intuition tell you that, yes, this is your soulmate, that this is somebody special, or someone playing a special role in your life right now? So you have the card within the next few weeks. So, okay, I'm going to throw this out there because I don't know if it applies 100%, like if it will, or I have to take the chance though, and just say it just in case. I'm wondering if some of you are feeling the energy of somebody approaching you. Okay. I'm getting the vibe from these 2 cards that you feel somebody approaching you. Like you feel the energy of a possible soulmate coming into your life. Like a lot of times people can get a sense of someone entering their life even before they literally have, you know. Some people will sense it in dreams, right? Or get messages in some way, or have visions, or especially if you're intuitive, okay, if you're intuitive, you might get an inclination that someone is entering your life. You might feel it ahead of time. That's what I'm getting from this card. And if this is not speaking of that situation or that person coming into your life, within the next few weeks, okay, then what I'm also feeling from this, and it's because of the imagery in the card, I'm getting the sensation that you might encounter someone within the next few weeks in a public place. And if it's not, like I said, if it's not the timing aspect, you might have met someone recently in a public place. Now, forgive me because my light on my camera keeps going out. I'm going to put the light on above. Here we go. Much better. So I feel like you might have recently met somebody in a public place because of the imagery in this card. It's like they're at a park, or they're outdoors or something like that. A social event, a social gathering. I feel like you might have encountered somebody recently at a party, a social gathering, a picnic, in a public place, and I don't know, part of me feels like you might have hit it off or something, and now you're questioning, geez, what's this connection? Is this person a soulmate or not? You know, the moon card, I'll go back to the idea that, you know, things aren't really always what they seem with that card. When we're in that place of like not knowing, we doubt ourselves. We doubt our first instinct, right? Because we don't have the full scope of something. So we tend to doubt that first nudge or that first gut feeling. And like, I'm going to go back to the question. What was your gut instinct telling you when you first met this person? Or when you first encountered them? Like, I am getting the sense that this could be a new person or something recent. Or, you know, it could also be an existing person that's in your life. Someone maybe even that you've known for a while, but you're seeing them in a different light. Okay? And you're questioning the connection in some way. You're struggling to trust the intuitive insight and guidance and nudge that you feel in regards to this person. I feel like you're questioning whether they are your soulmate or not. And you have the 7 of Pentacles here. This card will speak of effort, right? Toil. And sometimes it can speak of feeling exhausted, you know? I don't know why I'm hearing that. But you've been working on something. You've definitely been working on something or trying to bring something to fruition. Again, it is a card of assessment, right? A lot of times I look at this card like you're looking at this thing, could be person. You're looking at this thing or this person and you're like assessing it from every angle, up, down, left, right, and center, trying to figure it out, right? Think of the bush in the garden on the original Rider-Smith Waite depiction of the card. There's this bush. He's trying to make it grow. He's looking at it from every angle, wondering, what can I do different? What is it that this thing needs? What am I doing wrong? Right? There's a little bit of that. It's him, the guy in the card, trying to figure out the bush, right? It's like an enigma. This bush is an enigma. Dang it, I can't get it to grow. I can't get it to do what I want. You know, who is this bush, right? What is this bush? Like, what do I need to do with this bush in order to make it thrive? Okay, I feel like you're kind of looking at this person like, who are you? What is your purpose here in my life? Like, that's the vibe I'm getting from this 7 of Pentacles. Like, who are you? Why are you here? What do you want with me? You're trying to figure them out. And there's like a mystery with this moon energy in regards to this person. You're questioning it up, down, left, right, and center. Like, why is this person in my life? What are they here to teach me? It's a full-on assessment, like you're evaluating the situation every way that you can to try to figure them out or figure it out. And you have the two, again, Two of Wands, man, a lot of fire sign energy. There was a lot of fire sign in the stack 1 pile. The Two of Wands is this pivotal moment, right? So you're at this crossroads, and you can either go left, you can go right, you can decide which path you're going to take. Maybe you're trying to decide what path you're going to take with this person, right? But you're trying to figure them out in some way. It's like this enigma or mystery about them with the moon. And you're not sure which path to take with them. The reason for that is the twos speak of coupledom, partnerships, decision making. So I could look at this like you're evaluating the situation with them. You're not sure which path to take with them because you're not sure if they are soulmate material, if they are or if they aren't. And I feel like you need to make a decision soon rather than later because of this, within the next few weeks. Or you need to come to some kind of understanding sooner rather than later is what I'm getting from this. Again, you might have met them in a situation, a social situation, gathering, a party. They might have, I'm feeling like with the moon, they might have kind of made you see things differently. They might have confused you. All right, because you have the 7. You have the 7. You have 2 7s, actually. You have the 7 of Cups. And a lot of times that can speak of illusion and fantasy. You could be fantasizing about them. They could be fantasizing about you. But I'm getting the sense with the 7 of Cups that there's some kind of confusion or illusion about them. There's decision making again in these 2 cards, choices to make. You're trying to figure it out. You don't know what's real. You don't know what's false. A lot of times the 7 of Cups can speak of like castles built on sand, not having a solid footing in a situation, a lot of things being up in the air. So I feel like you're evaluating this person or the situation with them, and you feel like a lot of things are up in the air with them. You're trying to decide the path forward. Do I want to continue this with them? Do I want to take this to the next level? You're questioning if they're your soulmate. You're questioning if you want to pursue this. I feel like you might have options or they might have options. You're not sure how solid or reliable that they are, or if it's not that. I'm hearing you're not sure or they're not sure if they want to solidify this. I'm hearing flirtation. Okay, I'm hearing flirtation. I don't know why. But a lot of times with the 7 of Cups, there's that element of like fantasy, right? Okay, I'm hearing intentions. You don't know whether their intentions are real or not. That's why the moon is here. Okay, that's why you're evaluating them. Like you're trying to find out what their intentions are. Like what do they want with you? Do they want to take this to the next level? Or maybe you're deciding whether you want to take this to the next level because you're not sure of their intentions. There's a lot of uncertainty going on here. And I'm feeling that most from the 7 of Cups and the moon. And the need to evaluate it. But I feel like you want to make a decision as far as whether you're going to take the next step with this person and maybe solidify this 7 of Cups energy, because a lot of this is up in the air. It's not on solid ground. So the situation between you and them might not be on solid ground now. And a lot of it is because you're trying to figure out who they are. What is their purpose? Again, back to the 7 of Pentacles. What is their purpose here in my life? What do they want from me? What are their intentions? What is this? Okay, so I'm going to go to these little black cards here. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So if you're deciding the path of a current relationship, that would explain this. Again, I can go to this card and say, if it's somebody new in your life, maybe this is you still healing from previous hurts and trying to figure out somebody's intentions before you take the next step with them. That's why the moon is here. So if you are healing, if you're confused or feeling a little bit lost, right, that would explain the moon and this healing heart card. That would definitely explain that. Maybe you've recently been freed from a relationship. You freed yourself, and there could be somebody new, in your life, and you're not trusting still. But I also want to go back to the idea of the moon that's asking you to trust your intuition. What was your initial reaction or initial gut feeling from the situation or the person that you're dealing with right now? I want to say with this card, pain from the past can sometimes hinder and create blockages for intuition to flow and really speak to us. Because the pain is still there, and the pain is still present. So it hasn't gotten out of the way. So a lot of times we can judge people and situations based on our previous hurts, because we're expecting someone new to come into our life and kind of do the same thing, right? Treat us the same way the past relationship treated us. And that's mostly a defense mechanism, right? So I can't get in on this focus for whatever reason. There we go. Well, I think it's time for a new phone, guys. I really do. All right. It's saying the sword and the rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. So I think what this is saying is eventually some kind of clarity and truth is going to be revealed, and you'll know. I'm kind of getting like Ace of Swords vibes from this card. I'm also hearing waiting for answers, or you're looking for an answer, or you're looking for some clarity and peace of mind as well. Again, it says protection. So I'll go back to the idea that if there's somebody new coming into your life, you might be trying to protect yourself. Again, self-preservation, putting up those walls because you don't want to get hurt again, or you're maybe assuming that everybody's going to treat you the same way that, all your previous relationships might have treated you. It does create a wall. So that does make sense to me. If there's somebody new in your life, you're trying to figure out what their intentions are so you don't get hurt again. And you're looking for understanding. You're looking to know what their purpose is in order to feel more secure or comfortable with the idea of maybe pursuing it further. Solidarity, I could see that I'm hearing solitaire, not solidarity. Just being alone. Like maybe some of you are used to being alone, and you have somebody come into your life, and you're not ready to let anybody in right now. I think some of you might still be healing. Maybe you're not ready to open that door quite yet, right? And there's a need to protect. So you had two cards fly out. You had the Lover and you had the Thought. So yeah, again, Ace of Swords, I'll go back to the idea of like, your thoughts, your perceptions. That's what the swords are about. The mind. So I don't know if this is a past relationship that you're still trying to figure out, or somebody new coming into your life within the next few weeks, or somebody that you recently met. But there's a decision to be made here in regards to the direction you're going with this. maybe you need to decide the fate of a current relationship as well, because the Lover card is here, and it's somebody that, it could be a love interest, it could be somebody that you hold in high esteem, or somebody that you revered in some way. It usually speaks of whoever your lover is. And I feel like you've put a lot of thought, again, the evaluation of the Seven of Pentacles here with the Thought card. You put a lot of thought and energy, but I feel like you need to decide the direction you're taking this situation with them. Or a new person. You have the lovely little ribbon card here. Again, this does speak of parties and festivities and social gatherings, right? That's also what I was feeling from this, because of the depiction of this very public place that they are in with this card. But the ribbon does speak of special occasions, festivities, parties, celebrations. It also is a symbol of hope, and it can also speak of happiness. So some of you could be trying to decide your happiness moving forward. But I'm getting this more with this card, like there's either something you're going to encounter in a public place or a public setting. I feel like a lot of this is speaking of a new person coming in, you meeting them in a public place or a social situation of some sort. You're still healing from a past relationship, trying to evaluate this new person or new lover coming in. You're not sure where you want to go with them. You might have a lot of options, right? Decisions to make about them. You're questioning their purpose, or you're questioning their entry into your life. Like, why are they here? Why is the universe giving or throwing this person at me? You're thinking about it a lot. But the Moon card is saying, please, trust your initial instinct. You're trying to protect yourself by, I'm getting the sense of like not allowing yourself to feel. And that's coming from this card. You're more in your head, I think, about this person or situation more than you are your heart. So if this is a new person coming in, I feel like you're trying to protect your heart. If this is an existing relationship, I feel like you're deciding the fate of that because you've done your evaluating of the situation. You're tired of the situation always up and down, being up in the air. You have to come to a decision because you want freedom from it. You might be confused with the Seven of Cups and the Moon, even though this might be a soulmate. Okay, so I feel like there's a need for clarity and understanding and truth about whoever this is, whether they're a current relationship or somebody new. There's definitely an evaluation of some sort, like you're evaluating the whole scenario, you're evaluating the person or the relationship or the situation as a whole, whether you want to continue pursuing it or not. Like, you have a choice to make here. That's the gist of what I'm getting from this. And you've put so much thought into it. Because either if it's a current relationship, you love this person, you care about them. And if it's a new person, there could be some serious attraction there. Some kind of decision needs to be made sooner rather than later, okay? All right, what does it say? It says, surrender. At times we must surrender the old before... Whoa. Okay. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So yeah, if this is a new person coming in, again, I apologize for the bad lighting. If this is a new person coming in, you might be hesitant because of the past pain, right? Of previous relationships. But it says you have to surrender the old. You got to let that go before something new can enter. Right? So here you are judging this person, judging this new connection possibly, questioning whether it's the real deal or not. Whether you want to solidify it in some way, because right now it's like all up in the air. It's just flirting. It's just fun. It's casual, I want to say. But you get the sense that it could be something more and you're not sure if you want to take it to the next level. That's really what I'm getting. But I love this because it's saying you have the capacity to release the old in order to make room for the new if you really want it, right? So number 2, people, I hope this has helped you. I'm going to let this go here. If it connects in any way, please do let me know in the comment section. Okay, I really appreciate your feedback. So I'm going to clean this up. And get to your stack number 3. All right, I apologize for any little delay there because I had to fix the lighting again. Like I said, I think it's time for a new camera. So I have stack number 3 here. I'm going to put this off to the side. Missed a card here. These little ones always, for some reason, get lost. So this is your stack number 3. Let's see what it says. It says Helper of Thought. This is the Knight of Swords energy, so you could be dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, we are in Gemini season right now, so that's why we can expect to maybe have a few, I guess, air cards pop up. But it says your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seem to be on hold suddenly require all your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving. Review the details as best you can. You know will meet or are someone with a very quick mind who instantly grasps what to do. This person is both confident and courageous. So I like that. That's positive already. Again, I apologize for the lighting. All right, it says retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So what's weird is these 2 cards kind of conflict, right? You have this card, the Helper of Thought, that's saying, hey, things are going to start speeding and moving up fast. And then you have retreat, time to disconnect from the world. So a little bit of opposing energy there. But I could see this as maybe some of you looking to get away. Nights are always about movement. They're always about movement, going places, and travel. So I don't know if some of you are traveling this month, retreating, getting away from the world, taking off somewhere. All right, that's what I'm getting from these 2 cards. Taking off, traveling, going away, getting away from the world. Maybe you'll be busy. Maybe some of you are planning a vacation or a trip and just have a lot of things to accomplish before you can finally retreat. Maybe retreat with that special someone. Yeah, so I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or do is giving you the ability to let go, to free yourself in some way. So this could be something that's on your heart, or this could be a situation with somebody or relationship situation. But I feel like I could see it 2 ways. I could see this as you taking off, you going on vacation, being really busy up until you leave. And then once you leave, you finally can retreat, disconnect from the world and let go. I could also see this as you taking off, looking to get away from someone in order to let go. To let go of things and situations and drama and negativity. I feel like you're looking for a quiet place maybe to think with this Knight of Swords energy. You could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That could be the other person, or just the energy that you're picking up this month. But I'm getting the sense of, I need to get away. I need to clear my head. I need to retreat from someone or a situation. I need to get to a point where I can clear my head and let it go. That could be in regards to a relationship or just an overall environment, you know, wherever you are right now. But I feel like you're trying to, with this card here, you're trying to clear up loose ends. So you can disconnect. So you can walk away or let go or find your peace of mind. You have the Queen of Cups. So this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This could be you somewhere in your chart. You could be taking on that. But the Queen of Cups energy, she's all about, and you had several cards fly out for you, by the way. The Queen of Cups, she's all about, you know, getting in touch with her emotions and how she feels. I could see it as you wanting to retreat or get away from a situation with somebody or something, so that way maybe you can figure out how you feel. A lot of times when we're too caught up in a situation, we're in the thick of it, we really fail to hear ourselves, right? Maybe some of you are looking to retreat so you can hear yourself, so you can figure out what it is that you want. So you can listen to intuition, because water sign is, you know, intuitive. I feel like she's trying to get in touch with how she feels. She's trying to connect in some way. Like she's trying to embrace the water energy within herself. So I'm looking at this like you're retreating, or you're letting go, or you're moving on from something or someone, so that way you can understand how you feel in some way. Again, if it's vacation, right? Because we're approaching summertime, beautiful weather. Some of you could be traveling, letting go of, you know, all the care in the world that you have, all the cares, and finding a quiet place to retreat and just disconnect. I could see this as you going somewhere where there's an ocean, right? You going somewhere where there's an ocean, and to me, water is healing. So somewhere where you can clear your mind, find peace of mind, feel at ease, whether that be with a loved one, maybe, you know, vacation with your significant other, but somewhere where there's water. Okay? And you have, look at that, you have the 10 of Cups. Yeah. So whatever this retreat is, whatever you're moving away from and letting go, is bringing this happiness. Okay? It's helping you connect with yourself or your emotions or how you feel. And it's bringing this happiness. All right? This emotional fulfillment of the 10 of Cups, you know, that is what we all, I think most of us strive for. If we're not striving for the 9 of Cups, we're striving for the 10, right? We want that. We want to feel secure in our home, in our family, in our relationships. So I can sense here that some of you could be traveling and experiencing this 10 of Cups on that vacation. Okay, letting it all go, letting the past behind you, putting the past behind you, healing. There's all this watery energy here. You're enjoying each other. Okay, because if I have to look at the synchronicities in the cards, right? You have a couple here, and you have a couple here. So I feel like there's an existing relationship, and I'm getting the sense of letting go of things from the past, healing this relationship, learning to love and enjoy each other again. getting in touch with your emotions, getting in touch with the love that you have for each other, especially with this beautiful Ten of Cups. Being wrapped up in each other. Letting all the BS and the crap of the past and everything that you've experienced to get to this point with each other, letting it all go and truly enjoying each other, enjoying each other's company. You're on the move, or you're moving towards better things. I feel like if some of you are leaving on vacation, again with this card here, like for traveling, you're trying to tie up loose ends so that way you can finally feel at ease once you're in this quiet place with each other and just soak each other up. So honestly, I'm feeling this for existing relationships, maybe finding a way to retreat and be together and really enjoy each other's company. Maybe to even reflect on things of the past and all you've been to get to this point, all you've been through to get to this point with each other. And there's a sense of appreciation and a lot of emotion I'm feeling from these two cards that is being shared at the moment. Letting it all go and having this union with each other. Ten of Cups can speak of family, you know. So some of you could be going on a family vacation as well, if it's not just you and your significant other. But I think this card right here is just speaking so much of like coming together, being together, loving each other, loving on each other, and just feeling the love. But if you're not going away, it's just a matter of like coming to this really peaceful place with each other. And finally soaking each other up and appreciating each other for who you are and what you mean to one another. The Let Go card gives me the sense that there's a lot of things that you might have recently let go of, which has brought you to this new place of understanding. You know, swords remind me of clarity, truth, and understanding. So I feel like there's this mutual understanding of one another. It's like now that you finally understand your past, you can start to know where you're going together in the future. And that's why there's this connection. You have, I'm hearing history, got history together. All right, so let me move on. Yeah, these, look, remember, and I did mention the Nine of Cups. Everybody wants the Nine of Cups or the 10, right? Because it's good stuff. So you have the Nine of Cups here as well. You have the Three of Wands, which also speaks to travel, sometimes over the ocean, right? Because in the card, we see this person standing out looking over the ocean. So a lot of times I look at this card, the Three of Wands, as adventure, travel, expansion. So I think that if you're in an existing relationship, you guys are expanding your horizons in some way. You know, I'm getting the vibe with the Nine of Cups. There could be some singles too with this number 3 stack. Like I said, I got the vibe of letting something go, moving on from something, retreating from someone in order to find yourself or find how you really feel and get in touch with that aspect of yourself and to find your happiness. Maybe traveling, maybe exploring in some way, learning more about yourself. I'm getting from the Three of Wands. You know, the Wands are all about inspiration, ambition, drive, motivation, what motivates you, what moves you. If you've let somebody go, it's so you can find yourself, right? For you singles out there. If you recently let somebody go, it's so you could find yourself. You can find your happiness. You can get in touch with who you really are and what you want. And in order to really get in touch with yourself, you have to remove yourself. You have to retreat. You have to disconnect. Because a lot of times people and life and all that create a lot of noise. And like I said, we can't hear ourselves. There's too many distractions. So I feel like if whether you're with someone or a single, because of this Nine of Cups, there's a need to remove yourself from the distractions of the world and really listen to your heart. Listen to what you want. Tap into yourself. And if you're in a couple, it's really to connect with each other, right? On a heart level. So you have the Nine of Cups, which does speak of, wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment, wishes granted. Contentment, pleasure, right? If you're single, I'm looking at this Nine of Cups, like you're learning how to be happy all on your own with this Nine of Cups. Like you could be happy all by your darn self, right? You're learning how to do that. Like I said, you're getting in touch with yourself, you're connecting, and you're feeling yourself, right? You're learning to love yourself. You're exploring new things and new avenues and new ways of being. But it's because you recently let something go and you've moved on from something. And you've been keeping yourself busy with this energy too. But now it's time to really enjoy the journey right now. Like if you've let go of some stress and chaos, and sometimes this card does speak of that. If you've let go of this, you've gotten to a place now where you can truly enjoy yourself with this Nine of Cups. And the same way with a couple, you're enjoying the pleasure of each other's company. You feel satisfied with life and what you've achieved and gotten to up until this point, I feel, with the Ten of Cups and the Nine. If you're traveling, this might be the trip of a lifetime. Whether single or together or with somebody, it doesn't matter. If you're traveling and you're exploring new places, this could have been something on your bucket list, something on your wish list, and you finally achieved that. And you're enjoying the pleasures of exploring and adventure with each other or on your own. Right? So you have the engagement ring. And it says partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. Yeah, I think this is reflecting that Ten of Cups, right? It's reflecting the Ten of Cups. So to me, this is just, like I said, enjoying the company, enjoying each other's company, solidifying that commitment again. If you've had past issues, you finally let that go and you're able to enjoy each other and appreciate each other for what you have. And if you're a single, I could see this as you feeling complete. You know what I mean? You, like I said, you being happy all by your darn self. Not really needing someone else to complete you, but you finding that wholeness again within yourself. So yeah, some of you could definitely be going, getting engaged and going away and celebrating that. That's a possibility for sure. But it says, what does this one say? Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, integration, persistence, something repetitive, working on it. Yeah, if you're in an existing relationship and you've let something go, past troubles go, you're rebuilding that relationship. I think that's what this is saying to me. You're working on it. You're working on the healing of being with each other. And if you're single, you're rebuilding yourself. You're working on you. You're making yourself happy. You're finding what makes you happy. You're finding wholeness within yourself. And then in a relationship, you're rebuilding this commitment. Okay, these two cards together, especially rebuilding the commitment and looking forward to things in the future. Either way, single or with someone. Because this, to me, is always like a future forward card, the Three of Wands. You're looking towards or forward to things in the future or things that lie ahead. And you have the Journey. So again, I get the vibe of travel, right? Movement, travel, moving on, moving forward. Moving forward, whether you're in a relationship and you've healed from things in the past, you're moving forward, looking forward to the future, right? Or if you're single, you let somebody go, you let go of all the stress of the past in some way, and you're moving forward. You're not looking back. You don't have time to look back. You're only looking forward to better things to come. And then you have the Moth, and the Moth is all about change and transformation. If you consider how, like, butterflies, they always have different stages, right? They're larvae, then they have this, you know, they're in their cocoon, and then, you know, they break free from their cocoon and they finally turn into this beautiful butterfly. So it is a card of transformation, change. So no matter what situation you're in, things have changed, things have evolved, things have progressed for you or within a relationship. Right? This is like a rebirth, an evolution of an existing relationship or yourself, right? So I think this is gorgeous energy to have. Not only that, this card speaks of attraction. So yeah, there's a lot of this, obviously, with this card right here, right? A lot of attraction, like moths to a flame. Your person, you and your person, I think, have this chemistry together. So that's beautiful too. But I think this is all good stuff. There's something evolving or changing, transforming within a current relationship or with you on your own. You're working on yourself or working on rebuilding a partnership or solidifying a commitment or even just solidifying who you are on your own. But there's a lot of happiness, a lot of playful energy here as well. I'm getting from the Three of Wands and this 10 of Cups and this 9. Nine of Cups can speak of drinking, right? So I could see, like, if you're on vacation, drinks are flowing with the 9 of Cups. All right. So let me grab your final oracle here and see what that says to kind of complete this. It says balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So yeah, if this is a current and the healing of an existing relationship, I think you've found that balance with one another, right? You can agree to disagree. You know, relationships take work. They have their challenges, but if you love each other, you can get through anything. You can rebuild again, right? So that's it for your reading. Number 3, if you feel this connects, you know what to do. Leave me a comment. Love hearing from you. Connect with me on Etsy. If you want to purchase a personal reading from me to support this channel, you could also check me out on Twitter and on Instagram to connect with me as well. So sending much love to everybody watching. Have a beautiful, a beautiful month of June. I'm sorry I'm so late with this, but I hope that these readings have helped you in some way. So much love and take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.